Yeah, just thanks for everybody coming out. As everybody knows, this is a tough situation, but we are doing good, and our kids are doing awesome. Great team meeting today, and we are looking forward to ASU, so fire away.
Just as the acting head coach, how did you address Jimmy's suspension with the team?
I did not. That was Jen's role. Mm-hmm.
How did this all come down yesterday for you?
I just got a call early today, and Jen asked me if I'd be willing to do it, and part of me wanted to say no, kidding, but I'd do anything for the team, anything for her, and we got to move forward and practice, and happy to do it.
I know Peyton McCullum has been elevated.
Yep.
You're down 2 coaches with Jimmy and what am I spacing on the outfit? John Donovan.
Yeah.
How do you fill in the blanks for that not being there?
Well, June is our offensive coordinator now, and Peyton will jump up to quarterback coach, and that's how we kind of moved everything kind of up.
That still leaves you 1 short, though.
On the offense, I think we're good on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Defense, Aaron Schwans will help us out, my position at inside linebackers. He's one of our analysts. I don't think we're 1 short. I think we're good, right?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
I will say this, though, when it comes to Peyton, a lot of you guys probably don't know much about Peyton, but Peyton comes with a wealth of experience. He's been in the NFL. He's got some background there. He's been really into the quarterback room since he's been here, and I'm fired up for him and the opportunity he's going to have here.
So I guess maybe we have a coordinator who always coaches a position, and we have a quarterback coach. The coordinator is just now our wide receiver coach. I don't know if that makes sense. So.
I guess I was saying, with John Donovan, he's moving over, and you're bringing Peyton up, but Jimmy's not there. So.
Yeah. Yep. And that's where we are right now. Yeah.
Have you spoken to Jimmy since the end of the game?
I have not. Oh, since the end of the game? Yeah. I spoke to him this morning. We had a meeting this morning. We do a couple of overviews for our opponent, and I think he had his meeting mid-morning or whatever it was, and I haven't spoken to him since.
And it's obviously a difficult situation, Bob, but just sort of being thrown into this role, do you feel like you're in a position where you can succeed with this team this week?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we're all excited. It was, like I said, it was a great team meeting we had. I think our guys are going to be energized and ready to go. We play a great opponent, and so there's no quit in this football team. That is not happening. We've had a lot of adversity this year. We've had some tough times, but our team has fought the entire time. We've been close, so we just got to get over the hurdle.
Junior, how are you going to change, if at all, the offense or the game plan or anything like that?
I mean, for the most part, we're going to keep the schemes consistent with what we've been doing, and we're going to do what we're good at. We're going to try to get the guys the ball that need the football, that are going to put us in the best position to be explosive and win this football game.
Junior, is Dylan still a starting quarterback?
We're going through game plan right now, and we're going to see where we're at with that. But, Dylan, we're going to put him in the best position that he can be in for him to be successful.
You've been a coordinator before. How do you feel like that'll help you now just transitioning into this period? Does that help you at all?
Well, yeah, I'm glad I've done it before.
What did you learn that those couple of years that you can now apply maybe to the end of the season and just in your new role?
When I was able to do it before, what I took from it was just the structure and the organizational part of it and making sure everybody's on the same page. And what schemes fit us, and what is good for the quarterback, what's good for the offense, and what's gonna put some points on the board.
Bob, between now and game time, I don't even know, can you even have a conversation with Jimmy, or will you have a conversation with Jimmy regarding what's going on with the football team or game plan at all?
I don't think I'm supposed to do that, so probably not. Yeah.
We saw a report today that
MJ Tafisi's in the transfer portal. Is that true?
It is true. Yep. And we wish him the best.
Bob, you've done this once before, and I was looking at it just now, and your Boise State team came out really, really flat after the change of leadership. What will you do coming off of that experience? Thanks for reminding me of that. That's a positive question there. Well, that was a long time ago. It was a completely different team. And so I think this is a different team, really a different situation. I think our guys are highly competitive, playing against a really good opponent, and we're not in Hawaii, so that helps too.
Junior, what do you think you can add
to this offense? What do you think you can bring that maybe has been missing a little bit with you calling plays?
You know, I'm going to be me, and the players know that, and we're going to do what's best for those guys that are on the offense and those guys that are in the locker room and for this team, and we're going to try to bring some juice. Like Coach Gregory said, you know, these guys they're still fired up. They're still excited to get on the field tomorrow and start practice. We know what we got ahead of us as far as Arizona State and what they pose for us, and we're just excited to do that. We're just going to come out here, have some juice, create some good energy, and try to create some explosive plays.
Junior, how did you find out about John Donovan being dismissed, and what was your reaction? And obviously you being promoted to that role, what was your reaction to that?
Well, my reaction, one, is I don't wish that on anybody, and it's unfortunate that happened. I mean, JD is a good friend of mine. I enjoyed working with JD. JD's smart. I learned a lot of good football from him. We all know that we're in this profession and what happens, and what if we don't do the job and get things done, and it's just unfortunate that he was sitting in that seat, and that's what happened. But no, I love JD, and you know, I'm excited to be in this role. I'm very fortunate to be in this role, and I'm thankful for that. So I'm just ready to get out on the field and practice, get back when I'm done here, get back to game planning and see what we can do.
So Gregory, were you aware of the incident that occurred on the sideline during the game, or did you find out afterwards what happened?
I found out afterwards. I was at home, and a buddy of mine texted me. I had no idea.
You guys had 7 first downs against Oregon. Just what was the cause that struck with the offense so much, and what can you do specifically maybe to?
Well, you know, first of all, respect to Oregon. They're a good team, and they play good defense. We need to get in the rhythm, you know, offensively. Get us in some third and short situations, get us in some rundown situations to where we can move the chains and stay on schedule, and get the guys the ball, get the playmakers the ball that are going to change the game for us a little bit.
Bob, this has been a tremendous amount of change for this football team. I know you said they don't quit and all of that, but you had an offensive coordinator leave, a head coach on suspension, and now a linebacker leave. Have your players, did they talk about this today, that, you know, all of this world has been upside down for a bit?
Well, yeah, I think they're kids. They're college kids, and they hear all the outside noise, and they know that this is a challenging time for us. I mean, I'd be lying to you if I said they didn't know that. Of course they do. But they also are competitors, and they want to go out and practice and win. And so all that being said, I'm not sure if it matters if I'm the interim guy or whoever it is. These guys are going to compete and play hard.
Bob, when you saw that video of the episode on the sidelines, what went through your mind?
Well, just an unfortunate incident. It was an unfortunate incident. There's no question. Yeah.
How was Rubaraki handling?
He's good. He's good. He's a very, very quiet kid. He's a really good kid. I think he's a little embarrassed by it, but he's good.
Junior, the same question for you. I mean, when you saw the video, what was your reaction to?
It was an unfortunate situation, and I feel bad for both sides.
Coach, the opportunity for the kids to band together and really focus in terms of the opponent. How do you, that messaging, how do you guys do that moving forward?
Is that to me?
Both of you.
Yeah, I think we lock our arms and we go. This is an opportunity everybody's good in the good times, right? I mean, we all know that. It's how are we going to react in the tougher times? And this is a great challenge for all of us. It's a great challenge for myself and for June and all of our coaches. Great challenge for our players. But this is what it's all about. I mean, this is. And if it was all good right here, we probably wouldn't be sitting here. But these are the times that we can teach great lessons to young men, and we're all looking forward to it.
You know, just add, staying within the system for the players, not to try to do too much, but whatever game plan you guys have, can you talk about that?
Well, it's what we know right now, and it's too late in the season to go and reinvent the wheel, right? And that's not us going in there and trying to reinvent the wheel is not giving our players, not setting them up for success. You know, we're just going to go back and look at the things that we did this season that gave us success, and we're going to try to build on that.
Coach, Fuqua Vice brother was on social media and said that the incident started with the Oregon player spitting on him. Had you heard anything about that at all?
I heard something after the fact. I have not talked to Rocky about that, but I did hear something about that.
When Jen called you this morning, you said, is that right? What was the conversation like? Was it a short conversation or was it kind of lengthy?
No, it was pretty short. I mean, she just, she told me what she needed to do and would I be willing to do it, and a few questions for her, and that was about it. And yeah, here we go.
Did you know that they were reviewing the incident for the past couple of days?
Yeah, I mean, our kids were being talked to by the administrators, and everybody knew that.
Were you not spoken to as part of that review, I take it?
I was not spoken to for the incident review. I was not.
Junior, do you plan to be on the sidelines or up in the booth on Saturday?
We're still working through, we're actually still working through that right now. So wherever it is, up top or on the field, we'll figure it out. But it's the start of the week and we're in real time right now. And, we'll talk through that as an offensive staff.
Who's making the call for who wanted to go for it?
We're still working through that.
Bob Gregory is.
It depends on where it's at in the field, at least. So.
Was John Donovan able to come in and deal with his players today at all?
No.
What are your guys' general thoughts at Arizona State? Just what you guys have seen on film?
I've not seen as much of them on defense. I've seen them previous weeks. Junior can talk about that, but I know they're good on defense, and they keep it simple, and they have good athletes. Offensively, they're very good. We all know that. I'll go to their quarterback. I mean, he's a really good player. He's got a good arm. They got a talented running back. They do some good things. I mean, whatever it is, they're sixth in the country in average per play. I mean, they're a challenge, that's for sure.
Is there an apprehension that you had about doing this today, the transition, and did you convey that to Jen?
No, I had an apprehension about doing this press conference, if that's what you're talking about. No, not at all. I will do anything for this team, anything for Jen. I think she is a remarkable administrator in person, and I'll do anything for her and this team if we need it. And we certainly need somebody to do this, and I'll do it. And I'm excited about it. I think we're excited about this week.
Do you expect this to be a 1 week thing and that Jimmy will be back on?
I do not know. That's up to Jen.
For both of you guys, I mean, Bob, you've been around Jimmy for a lot of years, and Junior a couple of years for you. What's your level of faith that he's the right guy for the job? Well,
I think he's a great football coach, and he's a colleague and a friend of mine, and I think he's done some really, really good. I've learned a lot of football from him, and I hope everything works out for the best. I do.
And I can echo that. I worked with Jimmy since 2000. I shouldn't say since 2005, but I worked with him first in 2005 in Montana State, and Jimmy's a very smart football coach, and I've learned a lot of good football from him. I mean, ever since 2005, he's always been a guy that has been a big part of, my coaching circle and my coaching tree, and it's just unfortunate what has took place, so.
Before the game, or throughout the week, Jimmy talked about how I'm trying to fire up the guys for the Oregon game just because of the rivalry. And then there was 3 personal fouls committed on the first drive. Did you notice anything with your defense just kind of being a little bit too amped up more than normal games last week?
Yeah, I think there's that fine balance, right? They're going to be amped up for that game, for a rivalry game, and I think it's just always that right balance. And sometimes those are tough, and you don't want those, but that's sometimes part of the game. We don't want them. Don't get me wrong, but I think that's sometimes part of the game in those situations that can happen.
Did you have a conversation with the players after that drive?
There's always conversations after every drive, and hey, we're good guys. Let's make sure we're doing it right. We're keeping our poise and play smart, play hard, all of that. So we're always constantly reminding those guys on the sideline.
Does that disappoint you that the energy can maybe boil over to after the game on the field?
I'm not sure what happened.
The 2 teams, there was some verbal exchanges.
Well, it's never good, and you never want to see that. But I've been doing this a long time, for over 30 years, and that stuff is going to happen, and we see it all the time. You see it in the NFL, you see it in college, you see it in high school, and you don't want it to happen, but that does happen sometimes. You don't want it to happen.
Getting back to football a little bit, Carson Broder has really come on.
There we go.
Was there, sometimes, young guys, they just don't know the playbook or something just clicks, is something happened with Carson to really turn things around for him?
I think I mentioned this last time. He's just a very instinctual, good football player. He's slippery. He reads well in the box. The box is, there's a lot of spaghetti in front of your face, and that doesn't bother him. And he's just got that knack to be he's a really good football player. And it does click, and it comes pretty easily to him.
Coach Adams, the conditions during the game on Saturday were kind of unlike anything you guys have practiced in so far this fall, wet and cold, and there were some drops too late in the game. That conditions affect you guys at all?
No. We actually practice in those conditions. From the receiver standpoint and quarterback standpoint, we do drills in practice where it's, we dump a ball in the bucket, and even if it's dry out, and we work through our drills with a wet ball. So that's no excuses. We work at it, and it's going to happen. We understand that, and so we'll just continue getting better at it.
What stands out about Arizona State defensively?
Defensively, they're good. They're senior led. They got a lot of veterans in the back end and up front. They're stout. They're simple. They play hard, and they're physical. Their back end is really good. They got a linebacker. Their linebacker core is pretty good, and their D line is pretty good. I mean, they're a problem, and we know what we're going up against, and we're going to put our guys in the best situation to be successful.
Junior, I don't know to what extent you've had a chance to talk with your guys about this, but do you get the sense that players are supportive of Coach Lake, or are they upset with Coach Lake? Do you get any kind of sense one way or the other?
All I know is that we are here for those guys in that locker room. We got some really good kids really good guys in that locker room. We love these guys, and it's unfortunate, the last 24 hours that they had to go through at that age of 18 to 22 years old. And all Coach Gregory and the staff and I can do is just wrap our arm around these guys and build them up and encourage them and keep the energy up and make sure they're smiling when they come in the building tomorrow and get ready to play some football.
Coach Adams, Terrell Bynum and yourself have been here kind of since Coach Pete. Do you think that his leadership is kind of standing out right now during these times when things are changing all the time?
Well, I think it goes back to, fall. I don't think it's just now. TB has been a good leader, not only for the receiver room, but for that locker room. And I'm very pleased of how far he's came in that department, and he's only getting better. And this is another test for him, and his leadership and being able to stand up and block out the negative noise and make sure we keep this thing positive. The only thing that matters is what goes on in this building, and that's what I told that receiver room, and that's the only thing that matters. And they do a good job of blocking out the noise and keeping it positive, and that's why we come with that juice every day.
Hey, Bob, are you going to try to reach out to Coach Pete this week?
I've not talked to Coach Pete this week, but he is always a good mentor and friend and always has good advice. Probably at some point I'll give him a holler.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.